going on there? What's going on there? Is that any better? Right, you can hear me now. Right, sorry about that. What was I talking about? Yeah, just stuff that happens. I thought I'm not gonna get back in time. I was fully expecting to be able to start at 7, but stuff got in the way. So yeah. Anyway, listen. I did what the hell was I doing again? I did a couple of live streams last week, and OBS crashed. It seems to kind of crash quite a lot. Well, it doesn't crash a lot, but as far as I'm concerned, once is too often. Um, Especially when you're in the middle of doing a bloody live stream, it's a pain in the arse. So what I've done is I've downgraded to a really old version of OBS. I'm talking like 4 or 5 years older. I'll tell you one thing: when you load it up, it loads a lot quicker. But there might be some wee settings, like for example that setting there, the USB headset thing. So you just need to bear with me. So tonight we're going to continue with what do you call it? With it's going to continue with the Amiga live stream, Amiga arcade conversions. So I'm just going to jump across now. I can't even remember. Is that? Hang on, is that right? Yeah, that's okay. I can't even remember what games. I did have a readme with all the files that we actually played last week, and Bollockhead here completely forgot and deleted it. So yeah, give me some. In fact, let's just get this loaded up first. And there we go. Yep, get your arcade conversion nominations in. Let me just get it loaded up again. I mean, there are quite literally oodles and oodles and oodles. Tell you what, well, you guys are thinking of some. Yeah, I was just good evening LFC. I was just telling everyone I've actually downgraded to a really old version. Rampage, good shout, William. I've downgraded to a really old version of OBS. Now I know technically you should always be in the most current one, but as we know, it doesn't always. What do you call it? That doesn't always work that way. There can be times where an older version is more reliable than a newer one. So anyway, listen. Well, you lot are going to come up with some suggestions. Let's load up William's choice Rampage. Merks, good shout, jump. Hang on a little second. Let me just. In fact, tell you what. Before I jump in, let's get some numbers up on the table here. What have we got? Right, we've got Rampage. We've got Merks. Tell you what, why don't we hear something really revolutionary? Let's jump into numbers. Right, what can we play in here? 1943 here. Let's give that a go. 1943. Not much else there. I think ARG, that technically was an arcade conversion, but it used I think it used the Arcadia system, which was actually an Amiga. Pac-Mania, another good one there, Adam. Cheers, mate. Pac-Mania. Alien Syndrome and Alien. Let's see, Alien Syndrome, Alien Breed. No, Alien Breed. Would you call it? In fact, Altered Beast. Yeah, let's get that in there. Altered Beast. Alien Storm. Yep, good shout. Alien Storm. Right, we've got plenty here. Yeah, let's get a bit of Arkanoid Revenge of Doe, the second one. Oops. Arkanoid. Rodland. We played Rodland last week, Cole. So I'm not going to play any that we played last week. Oh, really? New conversion OutRun? That would be Toki. Now I know that I thought that got nominated last week, but I don't think it did. Toki's a great game. I would like to see Bad Dudes as well. I was going to play that and I never. I think we ran out of time. Bad Dudes. Yeah, it would be nice to see just what the Amiga could have done. You know, they should have given the Amiga conversion to Sean Southern, and they would have had a really nice version. What else? What about some shoot 'em ups? Bionic Commando. There we are. Bionic Commando. Final Fight again. That was one I was wanting to play last week, but I think we just ran out of time. Bionic Commando. Silkworm Arthur was played last week, mate. Blasteroids, there's another good one. Crazy, it's incredible when you see just how many games there were. Right, we've got one. How many have we got there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I think we'll go for another, I don't know. Let's go up to 20. We probably won't get them all played, but we'll give it a go. Yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to play Street Fighter 1 and 2. Black Tiger, yep, Black Tiger. And Dragon Spirit. How are we doing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Like 3 more. Puznik. Colin, I don't know how to play Puznik. So I'm not going to play it because I don't want to try and play it and just make a complete arse of it. But you're probably going to say, well, you do that for every other game. Right, Bomb Jack, yeah. Beer Edition. And did Tubin ever come out for Amiga? And what about, what else? What about a bit of APB? We'll give that a go. Tubin, right, thanks. Right, listen, that's it. No more APB. Right, we've got 20 games there. That should be more than plenty. Right, the only thing we're using the slightly older OBS is the newer one had a built-in chat. This version I'm using doesn't have that, but it doesn't matter because I can just use, I've got a browser open and it's working absolutely fine. So, right, let's start, shall we? We'll just go right back to the in fact, we'll go right back to the very first one that I think it was William that asked for it. The emulation software, William, is a Mister, which is a little hardware device. Brilliant. I've been using one now for, I don't know, about a year and a half, and it has utterly revolutionised how I play games. It's brilliant. Tell you what, before we start, let's have a quick shot at R-Type 2. Oh, wait a minute, I need to get this right. Yeah, a wee minute, I want to quit. Right, what we want to do is we want to put this to options, and then you go to force PAL, like so, and then we can Go with that. And then what is it again? Is it audio in the video? Aspect ratio. There we go. That's it now. What it should be. Right, Rampage. Oh, sorry, I was going to go into R-Type, wasn't I? Yeah, R-Type 2. Don't think I've ever played R-Type 2 on the Amiga. It's not, anytime I play R-Type, it's always the first one I play. Now let me know about the sound. Hopefully this is going to work. Right, I'm not getting any sound at the minute. Hang on, let me just how do we do this? Right, I can't hear this. Tell you what, can you guys hear sound okay? Because what I'm going to do, I don't know why I can't hear it. Right, you guys can hear it. I can't hear it, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put some sound. I've got a new monitor, which means I can just get the sound through the TV. There we go. Right, I can hear that fine. Hopefully you can hear that okay. Let me know about the balance, folks. Now this does actually use the setting fire button, which is nice. Oh, bollocks. Turn my chair around a wee bit. There. Yeah, I'm one of these stupid people, stubborn people. If there's a game that, like, there's an original and a sequel, I will always want to. I'll always avoid playing the sequel until I've completed the original, which is probably unlikely to happen. Which means I never actually get to experience the sequel because I've not completed the original. If that makes any sense. Hell. Oh, wait a minute, you go through there, I thought. Right, there we go. Ow. Arse biscuits. I've got to say, I think on first impressions, I think this is actually more impressive. I mean, the original R-Type in the Amiga is not bad, but I just think this looks a bit better. No, it's a different game, obviously, but you know what I mean. Good evening, Cause 1973. Now I should tell you, I'm hopefully going to get more videos out in the next wee while, because my daughter is actually going abroad. She's actually going abroad, hopefully for a month. She went. I took her through to the airport today, so she's actually. So it means I'm going to have the house to myself. I'm going to have one more game, which also means I'm going to have some peace and quiet to make videos. So hopefully there is going to be a bit more content coming out from myself, like more recorded, pre-recorded stuff. Balls. Whoa! Holy shut up! Bollocks! I can't actually compare. I can't really see if this is any good or not. I mean, I think if somebody told me this was the arcade I was playing, I would probably believe them. So I think this is actually quite a good conversion. Oh, bollocks, exactly the same bloody bullet. The music's not a patch in the original though, I'll have to say. I'm going to avoid that speed actually. It's going to be difficult. Keep it going, keep it going. Oh, bloody hell. Whoa, 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 whoa. Shite. Yeah, not bad, not bad. Not a patch in the original. I mean, I think it's probably a better conversion than the first one, but I do prefer the original. Right, that was Rampage. Let's get back to... That wasn't Rampage, that was R-Type 2 even, you bloody idiot. What's that? Colin saying also Mister seems to do it far better than any emulator does. Yeah, well, that's the thing. That is the wonderful thing about the Mister, is it plays them exactly as it should, which is really good. Um, I'm just looking at Colin's comment. It's great seeing the old Amiga games, but nowadays I can only play a game for 5 minutes and I need to change. Maybe we're all spoiled for choice. Well, that is the problem. Having way too many games is definitely a problem. I get that. I get that more with 8-bit games. You know, a lot of the majority of 8-bit games for me, after a couple of minutes, I'm like, right, I wouldn't say I'm bored of this thing, right? Can't be arsed with this. I want to play something else. But I do think, I mean, the Amiga still does hold my attention, I have to say. Right, press 2 to select. Now, how do we start? 2 again, is it? No. Enter. Oh, 2. Enter. To F1. How do we start this? Ah, right, it's escape. Right, why? Right, I'm not moving at all. Why is that? Why you want to be saying that? I need to come out and reload. Yeah, I think the C64 version of this was pretty damn good. Right, joystick. Let's see if this is going to do anything. Right, still nothing. Why is that? Right, hang on. Let's try again. Press 1 to select. Oh, come in then. Ah, there we go. Right. Is it joystick 2 possibly then, I think, is it? No, bugger. Right, 1 for that, and then we change it to that. And then we go. Let's try it now. Excellent, right. There we go. Right, we appear to have started a 3-player game, which is a pain. Something niggles me that there was actually different versions of this. I can't remember if that was the case. I played this a lot on the Atari ST, and it was actually really good. Again, something niggles me that the Atari ST version looked better. Maybe it's just my memory playing tricks. Piss off. Wait a wee minute. I'm gonna come out this for a second because I want to try and get it. Get the computer playing the other one. So let's see. So we want One is going to be that. Two, can we put that to computer? Inactive. Inactive. That. And three. Inactive. That. Right, let's give it a go. Bollocks! I'm sure that I know I know the arcade one. You could have the computer playing. I'm convinced the Atari ST one had that as well. Doesn't look like you can in this version, which is a bit shit. It's not quite the same. No computer players in arcade. Seriously, Colin, is that right? I'm sure what we're going to have to do is have a game of this, and then we're going to have to stick the Amiga version on. Not the Amiga, we're going to have to stick the arcade one on. Just to see. I would have bet my mortgage that you had computer players, but maybe not. One thing you don't want to do is be on a building when it starts to fall. Evening, Ross. Listen, thank you very much to everybody that's tuned in tonight. Always appreciated, especially since it's a wee bit later as well. All going well, as long as this doesn't crash. Hopefully it won't. To be fair, it doesn't crash very often. The previous, I mean, it seemed to be when I was doing I don't know, watching videos, whatever, doing like any watch with Mamemeister, that it would crash. But like I say, even crashing once is a pain in the arse because it just completely fucks everything up. Piss off. Come here, you bastard. Yeah, I just want to. I say something niggles me that the Atari ST one A had multiplayer and B. You know what, Adam? That what you've just said there is like that sketch from Laurel and Hardy, where Stan Laurel goes to visit Oliver Hardy in hospital and says, "Oh, it's really nice for you to come and see me," and he went, "Well, I had nothing else to do." That's exactly what you've just done right there. I'm saying thank you very much for joining me, and you're saying not much else to do in a wet and Sunday evening. I'm only kidding, mate. Totally get you. You're absolutely right though. Oh shit. Yeah, County Hospital, classic. Stonewall classic. We'll play one more level, and then we'll oh, I've absolutely no idea, William. It was one of the sort of first, like, really pretty arcade games that I had. It was a game I had my Atari ST. I had my Atari ST for a very short space of time. But yeah, it was like a game that, you know, it elevated the graphics. Oh shit, I want to do that. The graphics weren't something that could be done in a C64. Well, they could, but not quite as nice. Right, let's I know it's an Amiga stream, but what I want to do is I just want to see what it looked like. Atari ST. Da 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 da. I love the way you can just flick between systems on using the Mister. I remember the first time I saw my mate playing it, and I'm like, compared to the sort of front ends where you've got videos and screenshots and that, I thought, God, the Mister looks so outdated. But you know what? In theory, or not in theory, in practice, it's a much better system. It's just so quick to jump in and out. Right, we don't want that. Right, let's see, is this any better than Amiga? Right, how do we get rid of that? There we go. Yeah, look, there you go. Computer. So my mind wasn't playing tricks. Yeah, this does look better. Right, for some weird reason I'm not getting any sound. No, this definitely does look better. And you've got the 3 players. I absolutely knew it had multiplayer. Yeah, because you could also fight each other, so you could punch them as well, which is part of the fun. Yeah, I would say this looks better. So you know what I mean? Having this on the ST, this is like, this really kind of, it was like, wow, this looks good. I mean, I can't think of many. I can't think of many. What do you call it? Arcade conversions, or indeed, I can't think of many games on the ST where the ST was better than the Amiga version. Well, there you go. Alan's saying there was a few. I can't think of many offhand, but this is certainly one of them. Don't know why there's no sound. Anyway, right. Let's leave the Rampage alone. Right, that was Rampage. Next one is Merks. Most 3D vector games. Quite possibly, Colin. Yeah, it probably just did it better. Right, Merks. My title. There we are, Merks. Oh, wait a minute, I need to put that to, there we go, that's it. I need to turn the sound up a wee bit. Hopefully that, me listening to the sound of that, isn't going to bother you guys too much. Wow, this is pretty spot on. words. Yeah, well, we don't normally do continues, folks, on this channel, but for the purpose of this one, I think we'll quite happy to. Colin, any idea why I'm not getting the Mr. Sound out the speakers? I was getting it. Mr. Sound. Oh, wait a minute. I'll wait until I'm not playing a game before I start fucking about with things. Just bit of ham, that'll do me. Did Gunsmoke ever come out for the 16 bits? I don't think it did. I just did another continue there without even realising it. Yeah, I think I have played this on the Mega Drive. I'm sure I've done an arcade perfect my arse. Okay, now there's quite a bit going on here, folks. Jesus. Missiles coming from? Oh, that thing over there. A Big Mac for my dinner. Yeah, talking to Big Macs, you can probably tell I've got a bit fat looking. Honestly, just still going to cook soul, but I think it's still the remnants from Christmas. So I bought myself a. Well, it's an exercise bike, which also doubles up as a clothes hanger, as we know, and I've never actually used it, so I thought to myself, right, to kind of get my cardio up a wee bit, get a bit of weight shifted, I'm going to start using my bike half an hour a day. So yeah, right, anyway, that was Merks. Pretty damn good. Not a huge fan of the game, I have to say, but it's still a excuse me, good conversion. Right, next one is 1943. I think if you don't have audio loopback, right, wait a minute. If you don't have audio loop, you need to use a monitor function. I've got it monitored. It says monitor and output. I've got it set to that. Tell you what, let me just for 2 seconds, folks. I'm just gonna stick on a demo or something just so I can try and get this. That's audio. Check the monitor device and audio main settings. Right, wait a wee minute. Let me just put a demo in. Come on, just start bloody playing it. Oh, fucking hell. Right, okay, hopefully you guys can hear that. What did you say, Colin? Right, you know what, listen, doesn't matter, I'm going to fuck about with this later on. Right, yeah, we'll leave it. Sorry, William, you're asking, how do all the workbench booters work with the Mister? So I'm not with you. All I know is it plays. Well, that's quite a tasty looking demo. How do you get back? Delete print screen. Actually, I mean, I would say I would agree with you, LFC. I was talking to Lacozer about this, and he told me another one which he reckons is even better than Jesus and Ease. I will play it at some point. Right, wait a wee minute. Let me just make sure that's all set up again. Aspect ratio, original, full screen, original. There we go. Right, where are we? By title, right? We've played Rampage. We've played Merks, 1943. For your delectation. Does it auto load the Listen, William, there's people much better equipped to answer these questions than myself, so I'll let them answer for me. Chase HQ, did that come out in the Amiga? If so, I'll stick it on the list. Chase HQ. Now, I don't know about you folks, but that sort of like the effect for the water is actually making my eyes cross. Yeah, it is. It's horrible. Try playing it. Try looking at it on a big screen. Well, it gets a bonus point for utilising the second player button. Bollocks. I can't actually recall what it's like. Chase HQ in this. This is horrible. It's just too fast. Bollocks. Yeah, you know what? Let me go back to this again and just make sure it's options. Make sure force PAL. See, maybe I actually booted into the other one first. So hang on. Title. Let's try again. I think it's kind of pre-configured with AGA and an Amiga 1200, William A. So all I know is everything just works. Yeah, I think this is a bit slow looking. Yeah. It's awesome. Put it this way, William. I had an Amiga 1200, A1200 with SD card thing, whatever it is, and I sold it because you know what? All I'm interested in with Amiga is to play games, and this does it absolutely perfectly. There's no fanning about with stuff, it just works. I know a lot of people would rather keep their Amiga. I didn't see any point in keeping it because all I want to do is play games. And this is as good as having an Amiga. Yeah, that water effect is horrible. It's like one of these stereogram things. Remember these things that came out in the sort of 90s where if you kind of focused on the middle of it, you would see like some random picture. Yeah, the music in this is absolutely dog shit. It's not terrible, but you know, I'm not a fan of oh, bugger off. Yeah, if I'm going to play any of the 1940 games, it's always going to be 1942. Because you know exactly where you stand, you get 3 lives, you get hit once, you lose a life. None of this power meter bollocks, where you think you're doing really well, not realising you've been hit like 10 times, and then you do get hit, you die, and it's game over. We need some power up, that's not exactly doing anything. Oh shit. Now we're talking. Actually help if your boss plane actually animated. I mean, there's virtually nothing to actually show that this is. Well, that was a bit easy. I have absolutely no idea why I died there. At least I've tried to, well, not tried, I've actually done it. At least I'm not using the whole screen for this because it ends up, you know, these games should be kind of vertical rather than sort of horizontal ratio. So at least I've tried to kind of emulate the arcade one, which is alright. and that was where like the C64 version in 1942 fell down. It was like way wider than it was high, which meant it was almost impossible to play. Right, anyway, I'm bored. Let's come out of that. Right, that was 1943. Let's move on to. Ah, there's Paperboy. Tell you what, let's give Paperboy. In fact, there's actually a few here. Let's play a few games in this. Paperboy is a game I was never really a fan of, even in arcade, although I don't think I ever actually played the arcade version. Graphically, that is pretty bloody good. Oh, bollocks. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if it's a tech demo, Colin, but I just don't know. There's just something about Paperboy that I couldn't get on with. It was too kind of pretty looking. Not enough gameplay, and I don't like games where you're having to kind of, I don't know, isometric type games. I don't know what it was about it. Oh, bugger. Right, it looks like I can't. Jesus, that is a scary. The girl that drives that car in the arcade's actually quite hot, but she's not hot in that. She looks like a bloody werewolf. Right, I can't actually go around that. I mean, if Paperboy's your thing, then this is actually not bad at all. Right, anyway, that's enough of that. Let's stick Pang on. I think somebody did ask for Pang last week, and we never actually got round to playing it. Wasn't a big fan of Pang, but if I recall, this is actually a good version. Right, why can I not shoot? Oh, bollocks. I can just hear you lot screaming at me saying you're playing it all wrong. It's not a game I really play. I'm not a fan of it. Right, we want that. Ow! Arse biscuits! Right, this is going to be tough. I'm going to die instantly when I go down here. Fuck off! What the hell is that? Don't go changing. I've got to actually say that Arse Biscuits is not my doing. It's my mate Neil, he used to say it a lot, and then the funny thing is he ended up saying bollocks a lot, and I ended up saying Arse Biscuits, so yeah, you've got him to thank for that. I've been working my way through some of Lucosa's old retro review videos. I've got to say, he is one of the most entertaining people to review a game. He's just got, because he's a grouchy old bastard, it's absolutely hilarious. Right, anyway, enough of that. What was the game we were going to play? Pac-Mania, yeah. Let's see, Pac-Mania. I've not. I listened to about sort of 5-10 minutes of Geordie's latest rant about nostalgia there. Apparently, he was having a go at George. This game doesn't get a lot of love. This was one of the first games that I saw in the Atari ST, and I was really, really impressed. Yeah, well, there you are. You've just said the same, madam. Yeah. It's not a brilliant game, but from a conversion point of view, it's lovely looking. Oh, balls. Bit faster. Is it really? I mean, I did play the Amiga one, but the ST was the one that I played to begin with. and it felt like it was the future. You know, this 3D Pac-Man game. Did Ben do the music for this? It also gives the impression of a much bigger playing area. Oh, bollocks. I didn't want to do that. Even that, seeing that, I was like, wow, it's the future. I think the purists like John Studley would probably have absolutely no time for Pac-Man. It's or Pac-Mania, I should say. I mean, it's really, it's got, other than kind of being based on the Pac-Man name, it plays nothing like the original. Up some of that. I mean, it's a lovely looking game, there's absolutely no getting away from it. No, I didn't want to do that. Marble Madness on the Amiga is utterly superb. Is it my imagination, or does he move up and down quite a bit faster than when he's moving from side to side? That's what you want. Right, I think we'll move on from this, folks. Press delete. Right, next one is Alien Syndrome. How are we doing for time? Bloody hell, what did we start? Was it 8 o'clock? That's 20 past 9 already. I can't believe that. Alien Syndrome. I would normally go later, folks, but I've got work in the morning. Alien Syndrome, there we are. Slow down the game speed. I love this game. Not particularly good at it, but I think it's an excellent game. F10 to start. What the hell happened there? Right. Right, it's not meant to. Let's come out of this. It's not meant to be playing as fast as that. Let me tick that. Thank you very much, Kev. That's very kind of you to say. I meant to say, Kev, please let me know about. Obviously, you've got an impending visit. Let me know when you're coming over, mate. I do. If you're going to play it, play the arcade one. Right? Yeah, that's much better. Scrolling could be a wee bit better. Yeah, it's kind of push scrolling, isn't it? It's actually surprisingly tough. It looks easy. You've basically got to kill these huge big jelly bean things. That's a bit better. Yeah, the scrolling. I think this was an early Amiga game to be fair, but the scrolling's not good. Come on. Oh shit. Actually looks a bit like what I would imagine it looked like in the Commodore 64, which is not a bad thing, but just the way they've kind of got the black outline around the main sprite. It's jammed in the door. Shit. The hell is that? Fucking heat seeker. Wah. Yeah, it's probably not a coincidence to be fair, Colin. up this thing, that little droid thing. Yeah, it is. Just kinda helps to kind of fire as well, which is handy. Running out of time here. Right. Bollocks, let's just get to the exit. Oh, have you got to collect them all? Shit. Right. Obviously not going to do it. Now listen, that's a great game. Definitely worthy of 10 or 15 minutes of your time. Right, how are we doing for time? 9:30. Right, that was Alien Syndrome. Like, let's try it. Alien Beast, not Alien Beast, Altered Beast even, which, as we know, is a complete pile of shite. They're saying that. I always think, what do you call it? Altered Beast got a bit of a hard deal. It's not a good game. Absolutely not a good game. I don't think it's as bad as people made out. I mean, some people talk about Altered Beast on the Mega Drive as being like the worst game ever. That's complete bollocks. It's not. It's far from being a great game, but it's absolutely not the worst game ever. And anyone that says otherwise is talking shite. Rise. Right, this on the other hand might be a complete shit conversion. Is that going to move? Yeah, this is shit. But the arcade version isn't too bad. It's, yeah, I mean, a lot of the arcade conversions that came out around about this time, like Rolling Thunder, they were just piss poor. I don't know whether it was the same outfit that converted it. Want to do that. I'm getting the utter shit kicked out of here. The old sweeping kick, that always takes care of them. Right, that is utter wank. Right, let's try Alien Storm. In fact, we should really play Golden Axe. I'm thinking there might be enough for one more. I think next week I'll probably go for another, what do you call it? Well, yeah, we'll probably just go for another Amiga one. I think there's definitely 3 videos worth. Let's go for Bloke. I remember having this on the Amiga, and my girlfriend at the time, I think it was her cousin actually, had it on the Mega Drive, and I was extremely jealous. It was just so much better than this. I don't really rate this as a particularly good game. I'm sure a lot of people have much love for this, but I wasn't a fan of it. Yeah, you're fighting slugs with bloody rubbish bins on their head. What the hell? I mean, all you're doing here is, I'm not even looking at the screen, all you're doing here is pressing the fire button. Well, that'll be the smart bomb thing. Again, am I playing this wrong? I don't know. I can't see what else you're supposed to really do. Trying to avoid a pizza and some red thing with a tentacle. Using a Dyson Hoover. Right, now that is shit as well. Right, let's get some decent game. Let's get a bit of Toki. Where's Toki? Can anyone see it? Toki, there we go. I'm glad to see this OBS is stood up. I just need to kind of mess about with it a wee bit so I can get the sound coming out rather than listening to it through the TV, because I'm kind of a bit tinny in that. It's got a really small playing area, this, for some weird reason, but you know what, doesn't really matter because it's a see, it's also using, see, I mean, I didn't have a 2-button joystick, but I never realised just quite how many games actually utilised the second fire button. Good evening, Robert. You've quite literally, you've got 25 minutes left, mate. Let me ask you, Robert, did you get your book? Hopefully it has arrived. Ah, right, you can actually just hold it in. You can just hold it in a direction. Ah, this is a fantastic conversion. Bollocks, what happened there? Oh, balls. I didn't know there was a third one. You bloody pillock. Not yet, Robert. Well, I think I did send you the tracking info. come on. It would be disappointing if a second one went missing. It would, Craig. It would be absolutely controversial, but this is a great game. Is there anything in particular you don't like about it? I love this game. It's such a fun game to play. It really is. Oh, bloody hell. Wait a minute, I was convinced. Yeah, there you go, you can shoot down the way or diagonally. Oh, fuck. Don't know how we get that thing. No idea. Bollocks. Right. How are we doing for time? 20 minutes. Time for another few more. That was Toki. Right, Arkanoid 2. Why am I doing that? I need to go back. And then I need to go up to A. Nah, I mean, if, you know, Chase HQ has not been shown. In fact, let me play Chase HQ now, actually. I've not had any race games on tonight. Can't remember what this was like.
Go, Mr. Driver.
Yeah, not bad. The road's a bit flickery, but you know what? I would have been. I mean, I love Chase HQ in the arcades, and I would have been delighted with this. Yeah, I thought I just came down a gear by accident. It's not perfect, but it's certainly got the kind of flavour of the arcade. Damn it. And it's kind of got the proper sound effects, which was a huge part of the appeal. Bloody hell. It's going to lose a point because it's got that horrible game mechanic with driving games where you have to hold it up to go forwards. Instead of pressing up to go forwards, and then when you let go, it keeps going. With this one, it slows down. And it just means it makes it more difficult than it has to be. Right, we're going to have to use a turbo. Yeah, it retains the playability of the arcade, and that's the important thing. Come on, one more. Have it.
You're under arrest.
You guys getting adverts? Getting adverts? What, mid stream calling? Or Craig? I don't have these. I do have adverts at the start and end, but not mid stream. Well, I'll need to have a look at that. Right, I don't know what's happened there. It's maybe something to do with the fact that I'm using a different version of OBS. Simple thing to do is use ad blocker right enough, but no, well, I never ever. I hate adverts midstream as well. It kind of puts me off watching the videos. So I will have a wee look at that. I don't know why it's doing that. They're certainly not meant. I do have adverts at the start and at the end, because I do have some. I do have about 30 quid a month I need to pay for my streaming software. So you know, I do try and recoup a wee bit of money. I get about 8 quid a month, which kind of helps pay a third of my overheads. But no, I would never knowingly have adverts mid video, because that just gets right on my tits. So I can only imagine it's because I'm using I thought there was some kind of checkpoint there. There's a simple way to get around adverts. If you use Firefox and a thing called uBlock, that's what I use, and it means you don't get any adverts. Firefox and uBlock, and you can even do it on a phone. Just use Firefox to watch YouTube. The book has arrived. Wait a minute, Robert. I'll read your comment in a second. Wait a minute, you said it hadn't arrived 5 minutes ago. How could it suddenly have arrived? Did it literally just arrive there? Yep, Firefox, and then just enable the download the add-on uBlock, and that will block all adverts. But I will find out why I'm why it's putting adverts out. It shouldn't be doing that. Right, we've got 13 minutes. Let's come out of that. Right, we've done that. I've done that. Done that. Done that. Done that. Right, Arkanoid 2. Ah, fantastic. Excellent, there we go. Happy days. Robert is now, in case you're wondering, Robert, when we did the live stream back in whenever it was, November, 5th of November, we, anyone that donated, that made a donation, went into a hat and we drew out a number, and that person won a copy of Tony Temple's Missile Commander, and Robert won it, and that's him. Literally just got it live on the stream, which is great news. What I'll do is I'll let Tony know that it's arrived. Arkanoid. It's a brilliant book though, you're going to really enjoy it. we start? Again, this is another one of these sequels where it's just kind of ramped everything up, but I prefer the original myself. Yeah, this game, Craig, has to be played with either, at the very least, a mouse. You know, you can't play it with a joystick. I don't care what anybody says, you can't play it with a joystick. Oh, bollocks. Yeah, it is good, Adam, definitely. It just doesn't... I think the original feels like it plays at like 60 frames per second, but this one doesn't. Top tip in this game, when you've got the laser, stop shooting for a second to make sure you return the ball. I find it's a wee bit easier, because when you're firing constantly, it's easy to kind of not see what you're meant to be hitting. Oof. Craig, have you not got a mouse for your Mister? You need to get yourself one if you haven't. And again, I've said this about like shoot 'em ups. This kind of game gives you power ups. I don't know. Cheers, Kev. Take care, buddy. Mind and keep me posted, mate, on your impending visit to the UK, mate. Take care, man. What was I saying? Yeah, and this game, the original Arkanoid made you work for power ups. This one seems to kind of give you them quite easily. Will we have another game of that? No, we've got 10 minutes. 8 minutes actually. Right, I know what I'm going to play. This was another one of these kind of early conversions, and I remember thinking it was complete pish, but having played it since then, I don't think it's too bad actually. And it's yeah, this Bad Dudes versus Dragon Ninja. Now I think you play the part of the Dragon Ninja. Yeah, like I was saying, folks, if you want to block all adverts on YouTube, download Firefox and then also download the uBlock, and that will take care of every advert, which means I make no money. But you know what, I don't mind my regulars not making any money, but I need to make... It's nice to try and get back some money to help towards... Why is this not working? Why is it not working? Spacebar. Right, I'm not going to waste any time on that. That doesn't seem to work. I'm sure it does work, but I don't know how. Bionic Commando. This is one of these games where the what do you call it? The C64 one, in my opinion, is the better version. Now, wait a wee minute. I'm just conscious of how small the Mr. video is here. A platform game where you can't jump. That's a good point, actually, Colin. Never really played this much, I just found it. Oh, the scrolling in this is fucking awful, it's almost... More cowbell, yeah. It almost makes the scrolling in the C16 version of Green Beret impressive. There is no excuse for that. Oh dearie me, that is awful. It's also quite slow to respond, it is a bit laggy. Yeah, I'm sure you're right, Colin. Yeah, I mean, it was, you know, it was an early game, but you know, you just have to look at Marble Madness, and that was silky smooth. I remember this being much better than it actually is. Oh, it's bloody awful. Tell you what, I'm going to come out of this for a second. I'm going to show you how this should have been done. Let's load up the Commodore 64 one. I'll show you how it should have been done. Cartridges be by bugger, it's not there. No, William, the Mister. I don't know why that's. Does that just stop working? I don't know what's going on. Right, looks like that's crashed. The Mister is actually a piece of hardware. It's a physical little box. Was it an FPGA? I'll let Colin Jones explain, or Delboy. They'll explain exactly what it is. It's a piece of hardware. Right, okay, I'll not bother showing you the Commodore 64. In fact, I want to. Why did that not work there? Yeah, so it doesn't run on an operating system. It is a standalone. I would let you see it, but it's underneath my screen. It is a standalone. It's a little box thing, and it doesn't actually. Can one of you guys explain to William exactly what it is? Because I'm not particularly adept at it. Right, let me try again. I don't think it's actually crashing. I think it's because I've got so many hundreds and thousands of games. I think that's what it is. Let's just leave it a second. The Mister doesn't run. It doesn't run software. It runs what's called cores, and it as Adam says here, it actually, instead of running a bit of software that emulates, it actually runs, it emulates the game or the computer at a kind of hardware level, so it's not emulation, it's much better than that. Right, why does that not like me? Don't know what's going on here. So these are all cores, so you've got all these different machines, and then you've also got like arcade. Every arcade is it's a standalone core, if that makes any sense. Alright, I don't know what's. Anyway, listen, I don't know why it's not opening up that T64. I'll have a look at that later on. Like, let's get back to Amiga. Well, we've got 10 minutes. We've literally run out of time. We'll play 2 more games, folks, and then I'll need to call it a night. If you're into your kind of old style games, William, the Mister is an absolute. It's a no-brainer. It is so good. I mean, I've had mine now for what, about, I don't know, about a year and a half. It is just utterly sublime. Right, bad dudes. Right, final fight. Let's give that a go. It's. I don't know if you've got any original. Well, wait a minute. I need to put that back to that. I don't know if you've got any original machines, but what you can do is just sell them and get one of these. Right, this is actually going to be running an NTSC, so this is going to be running a bit quicker than it would. Okay, hell, give me a break. Come on, how do you pick up the bloody pineapple? There we go, that'll do. Bollocks. It's not the best version of Final Fight by a long margin, but it's still bloody good. Yeah, and what is excellent about this as well, William, it also, I'm going to say emulate. It also hosts the Sharp X68000, which is just bloody fantastic. All you need to know, William, is it's bloody excellent. It really is, and it also supports. I mean, it supports the N64. It supports the Sega Saturn, PlayStation, plus all the. Right, listen, I'm going to play one more game. I'll take before we. Well, no, we'll just let's play one more game. And unfortunately, folks, it's going to be an absolute pish one. Street Fighter. This was a game that I have told you the story about loads of times. My mate and me bought this between us. We bought it in Edinburgh, got back from Edinburgh on the bus. I said to him, go and you stick the kettle on, I'll have a quick game of this. And by the time I returned from making a said cup of tea, I'd completed the game. And it's fucking awful. Now again, this is running on NTSC, so this is actually playing much better than it would have if you're, in fact, let's, for pure authenticity even, let's stick it onto PAL mode. Force PAL, there we go. Oops, we don't want to do that, we want to come out of that. Colin, have you got one yet? Colin Bryden, I know Colin Jones has. Did you actually ever get around to buying a Mister? What we're looking for, right? Street Fighter. Yeah, you can't, William. No, I don't. Well, I don't think you can. I don't think you can load discs. Yeah, you absolutely need to call and you need to get yourself one, mate. Right, what we're looking for, Street Fighter. Listen, William, just hang on. After this game, we'll I'll just quickly let you see the systems it supports. Basically, any system that it supports, it plays as you would expect. So where an arcade game had slowdown, this will have slowdown as well. It's like perfect. So this is fucking awful. Now technically I should be able to complete this on my first go. I don't think I'm gonna. Yeah, I mean, well, I was going to say I don't know why you would want to load original discs. I suppose if you had lots of discs, then I suppose having that option. But so I actually bought this pile of steaming shite. I think I might have just done the old leg sweep. Yeah, there we go. The old leg sweep works wonders. To be fair, the original wasn't much better, but compared to this pile of shite, it was a lot better. Yeah, I'm thinking I probably just did do a leg sweep extravaganza and complete the bloody thing. Nah, there was certainly never an official port, Adam, of your Kung Fu. Because I mean, it should have been capable. There you go. Of there's the Jaguar as yet is not supported in this. I don't know if it ever will. I actually do have an original Jaguar. I do I'm tempted to get rid of it because I can't justify keeping it, considering I very rarely play the thing. But no, I don't know if the Jaguar will ever get supported in this thing. I know a lot of people said that the what you call it, that the N64 would never be supported in this. but it has. So there you go. Right, we'll do one more if you really want. I have no idea what I was supposed to be doing there. Yeah, I'm just basically shaking the joystick about. I mean, I've always got perfect here. I mean, look at this scrolling, it's fucking awful. There you are, perfect. Right, listen, that's enough of that. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to quickly let William see just what this thing does. You go to core. There we go, core. So computer-wise, you've got the Acorn Archimedes, Acorn Atom, Acorn BBC Micro, Electron, Altair 8800. Give me a minute, let me just let me come out of this for a second. You've got the Amiga, Amiga 500, Amstrad, Apple G, Apple II, Apple One, Atari 100, Atari ST, Coleco Adam, Commodore 128, 16, 64, Commodore PET, Commodore VIC-20, Dragon 32, there's all these other unknown ones. Jupiter Ace, if you really want to program in fourth, then fill your boots. Computer Links M5, don't know what that is. Macintosh Plus, Mattel Aquarius, MSX, Multicomp, whatever that is, Ondra, Oreo, Auric PC, even emulates PC DOS. Yep, the Sword M5's there, the Sam Coupe, ZX Spectrum, as you'd expect, the Tatung Einstein. The list goes on and on and on and on, and there's the Sharp X68000. It also supports the Spectrum Next. Ah! Wait a minute, has that just had a... Has the Spectrum Next had an update? Oh, that's the 1st of March, because I'm sure somebody said that the Spectrum Next isn't that good because there's been an update and most of the software doesn't run in that. So you've got that for your computers, and then if you go into consoles, you've got all these different consoles. It's still the same. Atari 2600, 5200, 7800, Atari Lynx, don't know what that is, don't know what that is, don't know what that is, don't know what that is. ColecoVision, Creative Vision, Game8, Game & Watch, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color, and Television, Mega Drive, N64, Neo Geo. There's the. I'll let you see the PlayStation. Hey, I've actually got an original Atari 400, Adam, so, and I never use it. So all you need to do here is put in a disc. Wait a minute, how do we do this? Whoops. Have I not got any games in this? It's possible I don't have my games in this. Right, okay. Trust me, I don't have any. Right, Sega Saturn. I'll let you see this. The thing is, I don't really play the PlayStation. I think it's one of these systems. I don't think it's aged particularly well. Right, insert disc. There we go. I've got bloody tons. Obviously, it's got to be Radiant Silvergun. Whilst as an overpriced game, it's actually really good fun. Yeah, you're right, Colin, eh? That's right. Why is that? No, you know what? Radiant Silvergun. I'm not doing a very good job of trying to sell this. Right, that should work. I don't know why it's not working. Region. Right, we'll try something else then. Cheers, Dale. Take care, buddy. So obviously this is running OutRun on a Sega Saturn emulator. And you can see how bloody good it is. I'm probably the only person in the world that has played OutRun and never actually completed it. Oh, bollocks. No, I'm not alone then, Colin. Excellent. I've got quite far, but I've never actually got to the end. I'm going to run out of time. Oof! Skinnier teeth. Oh, balls. I mean, I've got mates that can just kind of play this indefinitely. Though to be fair, one of them does actually have an original arcade cabinet. So right. Anyway, folks, listen, that's enough. Yeah, thank you very, very much for watching, folks. I do appreciate everyone taking time out of their night to watch this. You know, it is appreciated. So I will be back next week with some more tomfoolery and video nonsense. Have an excellent week. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday night, all 2 hours of it. Until next time, folks, as always, thank you very much for watching.